So what is up, sexy beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're gonna be doing 5 things you didn't know about Call of Duty Zombies. So let's go ahead and get this shit started. So we're gonna be doing 3 different versions of this video. There's gonna be this one, the Noob edition, there's gonna be the casual edition, and there's also gonna be the Zombie Pro one. So today we're just doing the Noob one, and this list isn't really in any particular order. So let's go ahead and jump into number 5. Coming in number 5 is going to be World War Quick Revive. So if you started playing zombies in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 3, and you just play every now and then, you're pretty used to Quick Revive. You know what Quick Revive does. If you buy it in solo, you go down, you get right back up, and you have 3 uses of it. But say your friends talk you into buying World at War, or you just happen to go out and want to play some World at War Zombies. You get World at War, you actually start playing it, you play solo, you buy Quick Revive, then you go down, you're not going to get back up. World at War Quick Revive did not work the same way it does with Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. If you're playing solo World at War, and you buy Quick Revive, it's not going to do what it does in the other games. You're just going to go down and nothing's going to happen. It does not work when you're playing solo. It was really only meant for multiple people. So if you happen to catch yourself playing some World War Zombies, do not buy Quick Revive if you're playing solo because it will not work. Coming in number 4 is going to be 24 zombies. So I actually had a comment on one of my videos the other day that said, what does he mean by a group of 24? So in case you guys did not know, only 24 zombies can spawn in on a map at once. This was because back in the day, that was really what the consoles could handle, was only 24 zombies at a time. And they kind of just kept that gameplay mechanic all throughout zombies. So that's what I mean by a group of 24. Once you have 24 zombies spawned in on the map, no more are going to spawn in unless you start killing them. There will be more zombies for that round, so you could have like 100 zombies spawn in on that round, but only 24 can spawn in at one time. So once you have 24 zombies at once, no more are going to spawn in. You can kind of do whatever you want with them. Unless you're playing Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3, if you get far enough away from the zombies, they will start to respawn in. More aren't spawning in, it's just the ones that were in that group are despawning and are actually respawning up near you. So only 24 zombies can be on the map at once, which kind of makes zombies a little bit easy once you start to think about it. You really just have to get that 24 in, and then you can kind of do whatever you want as long as you stay close to them. So that is what I mean by a group of 24 if you ever hear me say that in a future video. Coming in number 3 is going to be the Wonder Waffles. So if you're a new player, you might hear this term, or you might actually just call it Wonder Waffle because that's what people have been saying. Wonder Waffle. The gun is actually the Wonder Waff, but the reason people call it the Wonder Waffle is because way back in the day in World at War, Dempsey actually calls it the Wonder Waffle, and that kind of just sparked a trend. Everyone started to call it the Wonder Waffle. Heck, even when I started playing zombies, I didn't know it was called the Wonder Waff. I just heard everyone call it the Wonder Waffle, so I was like, oh, it's the Wonder Waffle. And then eventually, once I actually learned how to read and actually looked down at the gun's name, I was like, hey, that's the Wonder Waff. And that's when I kind of picked up that it was actually called the Wonder Waff and not the Wonder Waffle. So if you ever hear somebody call it the Wonder Waffle, that is not its actual name. Its actual name is just the Wonder Waff, but everyone calls it the Wonder Waffle just because that's something we've been doing since World at War. Alright, and coming in number 2 is going to be guns and high rounds. So if you're a newbie zombie player, you probably haven't went to that high of a round, and you might not understand that guns just don't work on high rounds. So in one of my videos, I was on round 110, I had the unupgraded MP5, and I was kind of just hoarding up points with that. So many people in the comments just were yelling at me, why don't you upgrade the MP5? Why don't you use the upgraded version? Why don't you use the ray gun? Why don't you actually shoot the thunder gun? When you get up to really, really high rounds, the zombies' health are just so high that there's really nothing you can do besides use a wonder weapon that does an infinite amount of damage, or use a trap that does an infinite amount of damage. Because regular weapons, like wall weapons and box weapons, just aren't going to work because the zombies' health is going to be so high. And you can really start to notice the change once you hit the 40s to the 50s. That's when you're really going to start to notice guns just start pooping out and not working. And once you really start to get up there, you might be noticing that just so many zombies are spawning in at one round, so you might get like a couple hundred, that you might not be able to actually kill them all with your wonder weapon. You might run out of ammo before you actually kill them all. So once you start to get up to high rounds, you really have to rely a lot on traps. And if you're playing Black Ops 3, you might really want to have to rely on Gobblegum to get you max ammos because you might not be able to finish the round with all the ammo you have, and other guns, unless you have a double pack-a-punch ability, just really won't do anything. Alright, and coming in number 1 is going to be one of my favorite little Easter eggs. It's going prone in front of perks. So if you're playing Darius in World at War Black Ops 1, and you actually go prone in front of some perks besides Mule Kick, you're going to get some free points. It's only going to be like 25, so it's not going to be anything special, but when you're on early rounds, those little 25 points could actually make a difference. If you're playing on Black Ops 2 and you're playing on Origins, you can do it. And if you're playing on majority of Black Ops 3 maps, certain perks will do it and certain ones won't. I think that's kind of a little bit glitchy because certain perks have worked for me before. So I really think it all just kind of depends on how lucky you are. But if you're playing on Black Ops 3, which I'm assuming majority of the newbie players are, as long as you go prone in front of some perks, you might just get some free points. In early rounds, those free points can really help. So I'm very curious to know, did you guys enjoy this video? And would you guys like to see the other ones, the casual one and the Zombie Pro edition? So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.